Hi kids. So today I want to explore a little bit about Big Ideas Math. And so I'm doing that on a student's account. They have allowed me to log in as them so you can see what you should see on your end. So the first thing you do when you open your Chromebook is you usually see this Clever portal page. So I like to always click login with Google. It seems to work easier for me and it's faster. So I'm going to go ahead and click login with Google. And it should kick you right over to your Clever page. So this student has his own Clever page set up the way he wants it. You've probably heard about this, but if you see a link or some kind of icon here that you want to have at the top, see as he's got a few at the top, all you have to do is hover over one of the things, click the little heart icon, and then it'll shoot it to the top. You want to do this for anything that you see you're going to use a lot. One thing that we'll be using a lot in our math class is called Big Ideas Learning. So his is right here at the top already because he's already hearted it, so it's going in his favorites. But for you, it might be down here in district curriculum links. So what you'll do here is find it, click the little heart so it shoots to the top. And that is our app or our curriculum where our math assignments are going to be. So if we click on that, once you have favorited it, this is the page that it gives you when you open it up. Sometimes there's a little alert at the top, just like a maintenance alert, just letting you know that the system is going to be down for some updates. I usually just close out of that so I can see what I've got here. Now there's three important tabs at the top: resources, assignments, and reports. Under the resources tab, this is technically what it lets you log into. It's got lots of options here. The really only main option I want you to focus on for this semester is this first one called Student Dynamic Ebook. This is where your online textbook is sitting. So if you ever are curious about where I'm pulling my examples from and where I'm getting these math questions, you can look in your math book. So right here, if I click on it, this is what happens. And what you'll see when this opens is a green textbook. The green one is for our 6th grade math class. There's other colors for the other grades. So if we click on the green textbook, you're saying, okay, I want to open up this textbook. This is where all of the math is coming from. It actually opens you up to an online version where you can actually page through the textbook if you want. So clicking over here would open up the book and it would give you each page. So this is basically a filleted open book, and that's the beginning of the book. And you can go page by page like I'm doing here. But as you can see, that takes a little bit of extra time to go one page at a time. So what you can do over here is go to contents. If you're looking for a specific chapter or a specific lesson in that chapter, I'm going to click contents. Let's say we're in chapter 5, ratios and rates. I'm going to extend that, and then it'll give me all the different sections of chapter 5. Let's say we're doing section 5.3. I can click that one, and then the book will open right to that page for you. So it's kind of nice. You can go directly where you want to. You'll notice that our lessons are set up the same every time in the book. The first few pages are little activities that you can do to help you discover the learning. The 5.3 and the title of the lesson is sitting up here on the page. And then you'll see that each activity has you growing and trying to learn what the essential learnings are going to be. So after the activity pages, you'll see the 5.3 lesson pages. These are the pages that I'm pulling from when I'm doing my examples. You can see example 1, example 2, example 3 on these pages. And there's always going to be key ideas that we'll jot down in our notes with some highlighted vocabulary words. And they always have some great on your own, so try these on your own questions. So after you learn an example or two, it'll ask you to pause and try some on your own. Those are the questions that I put in your ed puzzles to try as well. Then it'll do another example and then some try on your own questions. Then when you get to the end of the lesson, you'll see 5.3 exercises. The exercises is what I pull from when I create your practice assignments. So I get to pick from all these questions here, and I usually pick 10 to 15 questions for you to practice what you've learned in the lesson. And then if you flip another page, it'll show you that it goes to the next lesson. So now we're on 5.4. You can bookmark these things. You can write notes on the side of this textbook. You can highlight certain things. So lots you can do in here. Just want to make sure you can access your textbook if needed. One last way you can flip the pages, if you know exactly what page number you're on or you're supposed to be on, and I typically tell you in the beginning of the lessons, you can just go here. And if I tell you, okay, today we're on page 75, you can just type in whatever page you're supposed to be on, and then you've got that page sitting there in front of you. So that's another quick way of getting what you need. So that is our resources tab. I'm going to click out of that. So that's the first tab. Now you've got lots of other resources here, game closet, all kinds of different things. I'm going to let you explore those at your leisure when you'd like to. But the biggest one for us that I want you to know about is that dynamic ebook. Let's go to our next tab, which is called assignments. If you click assignments, this right here is where you're going to see all of those practice assignments pop up. Now, Eddie has nothing upcoming, but if you notice, he does have one overdue. This is an assignment that I actually assigned him just for this video, so technically it's not overdue for him. But if it's still on time, it will show up in the upcoming assignments. Now, since this was assigned a while ago, I'm going to click the overdue tab. And here's the assignment. It's section 1.1 exercises, whole number operations. It gives you the start date and time and when it was due, date and time. And this one does say it's overdue because it was due on the 29th. So what you'll do when you're trying to enter into one of your assignments is you'll see this little pencil icon. Now, if the assignment is not yet assigned, meaning it's in here, but I don't want you to do it yet, you'll see a little lock icon over here. The lock icon means it's not yet open to complete. If there's a pencil, that means yes, you can complete it, and you should complete it, and so you click the Enter pencil. What this will then do is open up this assignment. The assignment is online only. You don't have to do anything on your paper unless you need to show work, and in that case, you would show your work in your journal in your student work section. So what we've done here is we've entered into the assignment. At the top here, it tells you how many out of the 10 questions or out of however many questions I've assigned you've completed. But you'll notice that this blue box here may not go in order. So it may not start at 1. It may start at number 5 and then go to number 7 and then go to number 15. Remember, because I have a lot of questions to pick from on that exercises page from our math book. So you'll see that you will have 10 questions, but they may not be in the blue box the same order as 1 through 10. So what you'll do is you'll answer questions, and what you'll notice here is that if you put in an answer, you have a check answer button down here. So what you can do is type in an answer and then click check my answer. What you'll notice is that I've gotten it wrong because we have the red X here. So I can now go back into here and try a different one. Let's see if that's correct. We'll check again. I got it wrong. So I can click this need help and it gives me a little hint or two. I can try one more time. Let's try that one. And if I click my check answer button, I have now given us a little box that says my check answer buttons have expired. So I only get 2 check answer buttons per question, and that will be consistent with all your assignments. So since I've already used the check answer button twice, I won't know if this answer is correct that I've tried a third time until I submit the assignment. But you still get to try to change this one more time. We just won't know until this assignment is submitted. Then on to the next question, and we'll just click the over button. And then you keep doing that, and you can see my little bubble here is starting to fill up since I'm on the next question. You keep doing that until you get to the very end of the assignment. When you're deciding it's time to submit the assignment, you've done all the questions and you've given some kind of answer for everything. You're going to go up to your name. You click the drop-down menu. Save is one of the options. Save and exit, which is a great option if you're not completely done with it, but you need to move on to do something else, or you're leaving or whatever. Submit is what you're going to do when you want it to actually go in for a grade. You can print it out, and then, of course, you can log out. So I'm going to click Submit to show you what happens. It's going to say, are you sure you want to submit? Yes, I'm sure. So it gives me a little report here. It says I've gotten 1 correct answer. I have 9 incorrect answers because I didn't do them. And so my overall score is 10%. So it's nice it gives you a score right away. So now I'm going to say return to my assignments. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not super excited about a 10% as an F on an assignment. So here is how you would fix that grade if you want to redo it. So as you notice real quick, there are no more assignments left in my overdue tab because I just completed that one and submitted it. After you complete it, it goes into this third tab called the Reports tab. So I'm going to click on Reports. What you're going to see here is all of the assignments that Eddie has submitted for me and the reports that go with it. So if we scroll down, you're going to see that this 1.1, this is another assignment he did. He got 59 out of 67 points. It gives him his percent, and then it has a report icon. This is the one we just completed, so we'll click on this one. So you can see all of his assignments he submitted, and it goes page by page here on the bottom. This is where they go after you click submit. So here, 1.1, I don't like that score. I don't like 10%. I want to do better on that. So I'm going to click the report. What this does is it drops down and it shows me all the ones that I got right and wrong. So if you look at each question individually, I got a green check here. That means I got that correct. And then I have this minus sign. That means I didn't do them. Okay, so on my paper, I would jot down 2 through 10. That means I have to go back in there and fix numbers 2 through 10. I jot that down on my paper, and then you're going to let me know, Miss Trivett, know that you're ready to have me send it back to you. So you would just email me or talk to me on our live session and say, hey, can I please have back 1.1 from Big Ideas? What I would do then is send it back to you in your assignments tab. So I would go into mine, and then once I send it back, it's going to be back in here in your assignments tab. And I haven't sent it back yet in Eddie's, and so you'll see that it's not there yet. But once I do, it'll pop back up here. You would re-enter the assignment, and then you would fix all the ones you need to fix and submit it over again. So you basically get as many tries on these practice assignments as you would like. And of course, asking for help is important too. So that gives you a little idea of how our math site works, what these little tabs are for, and how Big Ideas can help you practice your math. And there we are for our Ed puzzle.